Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Easy Natural English with Liam. Recently I did a video with my wife Cassie and I asked her some questions and we got a lot of good feedback about this video. People seem to enjoy it. Perhaps I'm boring when I'm by myself and you would prefer to hear Cassie as well. So today I've brought her back on and we're going to do another interview, but this time she is going to ask me questions. So Cassie, can you say hello to everybody?
Hey everybody.
Okay, so Cassie, take it away.
Okay, the first question is, where are you from?
So actually, perhaps I haven't mentioned this much in the podcast or the YouTube before, but I'm from a city called Norwich, which I think you all know I'm from England. Yeah, Norwich is in England, a small city close to London. It's pretty, it's a nice place to take a vacation, so check it out.
Okay, next, what's your daily routine?
This is something perhaps I've spoken a lot about in the podcast, but I'll just say briefly, if you're interested, there's even a podcast episode about my routine. So check that out for more detail. But I wake up in the morning, I start listening to Japanese podcasts. For those of you who don't know, I'm studying Japanese very hard. So I wake up in the morning, listen to Japanese podcasts and make coffee for Cassie, who always sleeps a bit longer than I do. Then I make some breakfast and I eat breakfast and I spend my whole morning studying Japanese, either listening to Japanese or doing flashcards or reading or something until I start teaching. And then I spend the day teaching and I try to get in some exercise, some more study and spend some time with Cassie.
And recently meditation too.
Oh yeah, and yeah, we're meditating. Yeah, if you remember something that I forget, please chime in. Yeah, and we're trying to meditate every day right now, but sometimes we forget.
Okay, next. What's your favorite type of bird?
Oh, that's a very hard question. Because I'm actually really interested in wildlife and yeah, I'm really interested in birds. What's the first bird that comes to mind? It's really hard to choose a favorite. I think grebes are really interesting. That's just the first bird that came to my mind. I don't know if that's my favorite bird, but a grebe is a bird that lives on the rivers. It floats, but it also dives down very deep and they sort of disappear underwater for a long time. It's a very beautiful bird too. So yeah, that's the first bird that came to my mind. Okay. I don't think it's my favorite though. So don't, yeah. We can talk about birds later. Yeah.
All right. Next question. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
I would say no. Perhaps some people, well, maybe technically it is, but I feel like it's weird to call it a sandwich because it has its own special bread, which is called a hot dog bun. And we don't put anything else in a hot dog bun except hot dogs. So I feel like it has its own category. What do you think?
I think it is.
Oh, can you give your argument?
Because to me, a sandwich burger can also be a sandwich and it's in a bun. And to me, like a sandwich is just two pieces of bread with something in it.
So yeah, this is if we talk technically, but I think most people wouldn't say like, oh, I want to eat a sandwich and they mean burger or hot dog. They wouldn't mean that. But okay, yeah, interesting question.
Okay, what do you think?
Yeah, comment below. Is a hot dog a sandwich or not?
Next question. What's your favorite album?
This is even harder than the bird question.
I should have let you prepare for that.
Yeah. So yeah, same as last time. All these questions are a surprise. I didn't know what she was going to ask me. So, favorite album, probably. It kind of depends on my mood, but probably something by Tom Waits, maybe, or maybe Skip James. It's a really hard question. Let's say one of the Tom Waits albums for now.
Okay, and who was your biggest musical influence?
My biggest musical influence? Probably Bob Dylan. Because when I was younger, I used to listen to like a lot of hip hop, I think I talked about this before actually, but I listened to a lot of hip hop and rock music and kind of angry teenager type music. And then when I discovered Bob Dylan, my music taste really changed. But I think there's a whole podcast, YouTube episode about that. So go back and have a look for that if you're interested.
Okay. What are you going to get me for my birthday?
A surprise! Next question.
Okay, well, tell me 100 things you like about me. Okay. If you could change one thing about Japan, what would it be?
If I could change one thing about Japan, what would it be? If I answered in a selfish way, so selfish means for my benefit, I would take away all these stupid rules about tattoos. Before I had a gym membership, which was taken away from me just because I have these silly drawings on my arm. So I was going to the gym, I had my membership, I was paying my membership like everyone else. I was even covering my tattoos because of the rules here in Japan. Somebody saw them and they cancelled my contract and they said I can never come to the gym again, like I'm a dangerous criminal. So I think this is a bit ridiculous. That's if I answered this question in a selfish way. If I wanted to make Japan a nicer place for everybody, I would like to see less overtime because, I've taught English to many Japanese students and they're all very tired and they're all very stressed because everybody's working too long. So yeah, I would like to see some limits on how long people can work so you can enjoy your life a bit more as well. Okay.
Okay. What's your favorite ingredient? What's your favorite ingredient to cook with?
That's a hard question, but I guess I would have to say rice because everything goes with rice. No, what?
Besides rice. Besides like a staple thing.
So you mean like a spice or a flavor or something? Or a sauce?
Or, yeah. Or...
What kind of question is this?
Like tomato or...
Oh, like a vegetable or something?
Or, or like coconut or something.
Or coconut? I guess salmon, just because I love salmon. I like salmon anything. Salmon sashimi, salmon sushi, fried salmon, roast salmon, grilled salmon. Probably salmon.
Salmon stew.
Salmon, anything with salmon is good.
Okay, what time is dinner?
What time is dinner? I don't know, 8 o'clock. I finised working at 8, so yeah.
Okay.
Tonight.
That's all the questions.
That's all the questions. Okay. We've still got a couple of minutes left. I usually make it about 10 minutes, so we've run out of questions. Can you think of any other random questions?
Yeah. What's your all-time favorite manga? Manga is comic book.
Yeah, so manga, when we say manga in English, it means Japanese comic because, usually like Batman or Spider-Man is just a comic, but Japan has a very unique style, so we use the Japanese word manga to talk about Japanese comics in English. All-time favorite. That's really hard to choose. For those of you who've been listening for a while, you'll know that I like to study Japanese with comics, with manga. Recently, I've really enjoyed reading Ajin, which is a story about people who can't die. It's kind of sci-fi, action, adventure kind of manga. It's really fun. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I really enjoy Attack on Titan as well. That's the English title. Japanese title is Shingeki no Kyojin. That one's really fun too. How about you? Do you have a favorite manga? No?
No, this is not questions about Cassie. It's questions about Liam.
Oh, okay. So I'm put on the spot.
Next question, though.
Oh, you have another one. Okay.
Okay. What is your ultimate goal in life?
Ultimate goal in life is to be happy. I think that's the most important thing. Everything else is secondary. You know, everything else helps you to be happy. So if you have enough money, you'll be happy. If you have loving friends and family, you'll be happy. If you're fit and healthy, you'll be happy. If you have a lot of hobbies and interests, you'll be happy. So really the ultimate goal is to be happy, and everything else supports that, I think. But I'm already very happy because I have Cassie. Okay, anyway, today, we're just going to wrap it up there. Comment below if you have any, when I say comment below, I mean on the YouTube. Those of you listening to the podcast version won't be able to comment, but you can come on over to the YouTube version and leave your comments there. Comment with any questions that you have for either of us, or if you have any suggestions about videos that you want us to do together, or videos you just want one of us to do, and we can make that happen. So thank you all for listening today, and we'll see you all back here next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.